In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT and AI to take images like this and produce images like this in under 5 minutes. I'm going to walk you through step-by-step how we've created ads and images for our clients, and even just some funny images from my personal life. But this is going to be a very in-depth tutorial on how you can not only create content with ChatGPT, but how you can edit it to be ready to publish, whether it's for a Facebook ad, whether it's for organic content for your brand, or whether it's for a birthday party invite, whatever the case may be, you can be really creative here. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you quickly drop a like, it would really help with the algorithm, make sure that these videos get pushed to the right people. But if you want to go ahead and create content with ChatGPT, there's a couple of things you need to know. So one, you're going to need the paid version. I think I'm on like the business plan for our agency. There's a ton of different models, right? ChatGPT 4 leaving on April 30th. That's cool to know. Probably come out with ChatGPT 5 soon. These things are always updating. So if you're watching this video in 6 months, there's probably going to be a new video on my channel breaking this down because this stuff is always evolving. Right now, you need to use ChatGPT 4.0. As of recording this, it's April 12th, 2025. So you're going to click this, and essentially when you want to create content, you're just going to hit the create image tool, right? And then you can go ahead and type whatever you would like and give it also images or, anything you want to give the AI context. So before I go ahead and put some prompts together, I'm going to give you guys some really cool examples of prompts that I had given AI, and I want to show you what it's produced for our e-commerce clients. So please replicate the ad I have given you with the 3 phone case designs for Wally cases, creamsicle color block, lavender fields, rosy ribbons. Please ensure the exact detail is used from the cases, and make sure to include the W logo in the bottom right of the phone case. Make sure this looks equally as professional shot as the original ad with excellent studio lighting. This is for the sweet summertime collection. Please come up with a catchy headline for the collection. So this is the original image that I had given it. This is an ad from Berga, and these are the images I gave the AI, right? So the 3 different phone cases, a couple of the, one of the girl holding the phone case, so like the AI can understand this is a loop, and then the original image. And within 5 minutes, it produced this image, which is almost ready to go. So it had the ability to produce this, which is a beautiful Facebook ad, pretty much ready to go, but it's not there just yet. The spacing is a little bit off with these products. It actually did not include the little W logos it did here. It didn't there. And I want to change this up. I want to actually use the logo and tweak things. So what we do is we can get these images from AI, probably like 90% there in terms of completion. When you get an image like this, what you want to go ahead and do is download, open up Canva, and inside of Canva, if you're paying for it, right, if I come in and upload an image, here's the image, guys. What I've actually gone ahead and done, which is really cool inside of Canva, you can take these images, upload them, right? If we go ahead and look back at the original image, there's no logo, right? If I pull them up side by side here, the logo, the Wally cases was there. This didn't include the little W's, which are really small. You can't really see them on the right-hand side. I added them on the left-hand side here and actually moved the cases. And so now what happens is, let me pull this back up. What you want to come in and do is you can come in, hit edit, and in Canva, they have a couple of tools we use consistently. So it's either going to be the magic eraser. So sometimes there'll be some details that you want to remove from an image. I'll show you guys that in a moment. Magic grab. This is going to allow us to grab any of these, literally anything on the screen. So if I wanted to grab one of these phone cases, let's say I want to grab this phone case, and let's say I want to move it over a little bit, right? It's nice, but the spacing's a little bit off. So I can actually just come on in and move this to the left a bit. Boom, now the spacing's a little bit better. I can come back in, edit, magic grab again. Now, maybe I want to grab this case. Grab. What I can do is come on in and say, you know what? I don't mind this case, but I'm not really a big fan. Let me delete it. I can come in here, copy. Now I have both cases, right? Now we can come up with this, right? Another image, move this down a little bit, but that's pretty much ideal, right? In terms of replicating the ad, and you can see how you can kind of tweak these a bit, right? So we'll go back to the original edit. Also, when you edit these images with AI, as of right now, it's not an editable file, right? So if I click this, if I download this, it just comes as a file as is. I can't move this. I can't change the text. But again, if you come into Canva, hit the image, edit, they have the magic grab text tool. So you can click this, and what it's going to do is highlight all the text on the screen individually. You can either grab all text, you can either click individually, grab this stuff. And if I just wanted to grab this sweet summertime collection, maybe the AI got it wrong. Maybe I want to change this to sweet summertime sale or whatever the case may be. And sometimes you'll notice the font So if I control Z here, right, the font actually looks better from what AI provided. When you edit it, oftentimes Canva doesn't have that exact piece of that exact font. So you're going to want to come in here and probably, mess around with this a little bit to get something that you're happy with, depending on when you change this. But now, boom, you can move all of this around, right? You can really edit these photos and get them to a place where they're ad ready. I'm going to show you a couple of other detailed examples. Okay, guys, so this is another example for a different client of ours. And again, when you're working with these prompts, I'm going to give you one extra tip here, and you'll see what I mean here. So what we did, the original prompt was create an image, a soft, warm lit bathroom scene featuring a woman with long, healthy, shiny brunette hair, brushing slowly with an elegant, natural tone metal bristle hairbrush. Her hair looks thick, frizz-free, and glowing, right? You can read all the rest here. The on-image text is this. Here's the headline. Here's the link to the actual product. And the way we actually came up with this prompt, guys, was feeding AI basically our client's intake form about their brand, their product, their customer avatar, the products, their features, etc. And we actually prompted the AI to say, hey, we need you to help us come up with prompts for AI generation tools to go ahead and create Facebook ads for us. And so this prompt was actually completely made by a robot. And we gave it the prompt in the original image, right? A very simple hairbrush, brand logo here. Sometimes what happens, guys, is the AI is not perfect just yet, in the sense like little details, it might mess up, right? It might actually not have this logo here. If the brushes had a little bit more design, maybe this was like a plaid design, it may not have the ability to replicate the design 100% accurately. And so when we initially prompted the AI, it produced this image, right? This is incorrect. It's not, the girl's not brushing her hair backwards. Otherwise, this looks great. And what tends to happen here, guys, here's a quick little nugget and a tip for you. Don't come in and reprompt. So, turn the brush around, etc. Don't do this, because what tends to happen is the further away you get from the original prompt and the original images, the AI loses more of that detail. So instead, what we came and did here was copy this prompt, copy this image, open up a new chat, reprompt it again. I actually changed the image, used the exact same prompt, but re-changed the image. And now it produced this, right? So AI produced this image. We saved it, uploaded this into Canva. It was pretty much ready to go. We didn't need to change too much. We just simply added the brand logo at the bottom. Boom, save it. This is ready to go as an ad. I'm going to give you guys another example as to how we're reprompting this stuff and how you need to kind of rework with the AI to get it to where you want it to be. So again, same brand. Again, this prompt was provided by AI. That's a really cool thing to do, guys. So create image, a clean and minimal shower scene of a neutral toned tile. The metal bristle detangling brush is placed upright on a built-in shelf or hanging on a hook. So this doesn't really work. We gave basically the link to the product and, hey, I want this in a 9x16. So great, it produced this image. This isn't what we want. So I don't want this on a hook. So what did I come in and do? New chat, right? We come in and reprompt this. Where I rechanged this was the metal bristle detangling brush is placed upright on a built-in shelf. Cool, now it made it like this. I really don't like these shampoo and conditioner bottles, and this still doesn't look accurately floating. And you'll notice it's missing the brand logo here, and this hole isn't supposed to be here. So, new one. I said, okay, let's try this again. We want it to be sitting beside these products. So produce this image. I'm not too happy with it still. It's kind of floating in a weird way, right? So now I prompted this again, create an image, same imagery that we're giving it, but I said the metal bristle detangling brush is leaning upright against the wall of a built-in shelf. Water droplets, subtle fog in the background, sitting beside a loofah, a high-end spa vibe, soft lighting, right? So now it produces this. This looks amazing, but it's still incorrect because there's no logo and this hole is not supposed to exist on the product. But instead of reworking with it for the 500th prompt, this is, I would say, 85% of the way there. We save this image, and when I throw this into Canva, this is the finished product, right? So you can see we've added the logo, we've removed the circle, and what we did here, guys, if I actually come on in, so this image, this logo is completely an uploaded logo. We've just, reduced the opacity, the transparency a little bit and placed it here. And then in terms of that little circle, that little hole that was down here, what we did was come in to edit on the actual image itself, edit, right? Then we came into here under magic eraser, and I literally just erased that little area. And so if I zoom in, right, if we go back to the actual image, right, this doesn't look 100% perfect, but from an advertising perspective, this is 95% ready to go. and all we did was add the logo at the bottom of the image here. And so what it takes, guys, is just a lot of reworking and a lot of reprompting, right? I think the biggest tip here is making sure that you're creating new chats to reprompt inside of. So going back to an example like this, if you can give the AI an ad example and say, hey, replicate this with these product images, it generally does work out a little bit better. And so with this example, please replicate the ad and layout I've given you with my products for Wally cases. Here's the image. Here is the individual products. Now, what happened is you'll notice, so it produced this image. This is great. These two cases are 95% accurate. This case in the middle does not exist. It sort of combined them. So what do? Come on in, download this image. So what we do, we downloaded this image, threw it into Canva, right? Use the magic grab tool to grab this case, and delete this case in the middle, move this case into the middle, and then copy this case and put it over here. And so you can see the difference, right? If I minimize this is the one that AI had produced for us, right? Oops, this one on here, and then the one that we've produced with Canva. You can see the difference here, right? So we moved this case, replicated this case, moved it over, right? And now this is ready to go as an actual ad. So, and then we added the little W, right here, because there's small little details that the AI will miss. But if you can come in and edit these, same thing here, you're gonna have the ability to produce amazing photo shoot ready content to utilize, whether it's for yourself, whether it's for your ads, whether it's for your brand, whether it's for organic. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. I'm going to be coming out with much more AI content in the future. How we're utilizing this on our email team, how we're utilizing this on our UGC team, obviously, how we're utilizing this with the creative department. So if you're interested in working with my team, links are in the description, whether you want to work with us Facebook ads or paid ads, email and SMS marketing, conversion rate optimization, or user generated content. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.